right now.
Okay.
There you go.
Oh, I like how it just told us that you're recording. I like that. I don't know how to do that on Zoom, but anyway, my name is Diana. I'm in the military. I'm stationed out of Virginia Beach. I started sewing because being in the military and away from family, it's a little stressful. Right. You don't have you got to meet friends and family. So sewing was like when I start sewing, like my mind just goes away. All the stress that I've had through the day is going away. It's kind of like my comfort.
There you go.
So that's when I started sewing, I learned how to sew, just teaching myself, try to find a hobby to do instead of, my mind so focused on me missing my family or whatever the case may be. And I enjoy it. I love it. I found you because I always see your ads on Facebook, always see them. And I'm like, it come at the right time. So I was like, I want to, check her out or whatever. So I, joined in, did the email. I get your emails all the time.
Okay.
And that's how I started sewing, just as a therapeutic thing. And then I fell in love with it. So I do all the handbag making. I love Ankara print, love, Ankara print, sorry.
Right.
So,
nice.
So yeah, so that's me. That's about it for me.
Awesome. I like to hear that. So you've been more self-taught. You've been teaching yourself to sew. Is that what I gathered?
Yes, ma'am. I'm self-taught. I had an instructor that taught me a little bit more about handbags from Nigeria. Okay. And that's when I got a little bit more knowledge on handbags because you don't nearly really see Americans that teach handbags in the US that I couldn't find anybody. So right. Now I'm just getting to learning how to make clothes and learn how to make my own patterns and stuff like that. So
awesome. That's nice. All right. And how long you been doing that?
Been sewing for 5 years.
Oh, 5 years now. Fantastic. All right. So let's give her a hand. Let's give her a nice little hand. Nice. Very, very nice to hear your story, Diana. Welcome again to our online little group here. Fantastic. All right. So anyone else? So that's a wonderful story. Did we give her a hand? Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did.
All right. There you go. All right. Good stuff. So anyone else want to go next? I'm going to read Patricia one in a bit. I know she was dropping something in the chat. Anyone else want to just, pop in and say, why, where their passion for fashion started? Yeah. Anything?
Hi.
Okay. So Jasmine is on the hot seat now.
Okay. So my name is Jasmine and I'm a stay-at-home mom of 6 children. Me and my husband have 2 girls. Yes. We have 4 girls and 2 boys.
Wonderful.
And I was just blessed to be talented with my hands.
Right.
So my passion, I would say, is making jewelry. I love making jewelry. And just about anything. I can't even really basically say exactly something in particular. I just have a passion for anything that's crafty.
Right.
One of the reasons why I chose to want to learn more about sewing is because it's anything that have to do with crafts I find very interesting. So as I, started doing different hobbies of my own, I, wanted to know what it was like to make my first blanket. So we have a local Joann's in my area. And so I said, you know what? I want to learn how to make my first blanket. So I went to Joann's, got me a sewing machine, which I can show you guys. This is my first sewing machine.
Brother, out nice. Right? Yeah.
And actually today I was doing some earrings, some fabric earrings that I wanted to learn how to do. So anyway, I took my sewing machine. I was able to take my sewing machine to Joann's Fabric, pay $55, make my first blanket. And I was like, oh my goodness, this is so easy. I like this. So now I just really feel like if I can make a blanket, I can make other things. So I'm here today so I can learn about patterns and learn about material and definitely learn about how measurements are. Because to me, when somebody say something, when somebody speak numbers, it's like scrambled all up. And I don't know, I freak out all the time when it comes to measurements. So I'm just here today to just learn more about sewing and learn about patterns.
There you go. All right, awesome. Thank you so much for sharing that, Jasmine. Let's give Jasmine a hand. Let's give Jasmine a hand. Big time hand. Let me just get someone in. Nice, nice, nice. All right, very nice. Love hearing those stories there. Okay, so who's next on the hot seat? Let me hear. Who's next? Who's volunteering themselves on the hot seat next? I'm waiting. Remember, the camera is rolling. I'm waiting. So I'm gonna read them, Patricia, one in a bit. If you want me to read it, Patricia, that's all good. So Teresa, I'm hearing voices. Is it you next?
All right.
Oh, okay, she's okay. I'm just gonna mute everyone. I hope I could find the mute button now. Okay, so who's next? So let me just get April. April, you want to go next? I don't know if you had dropped anything in the chat. I'm just gonna mute everyone. So if you had a speaker, just unmute and you could chat. Okay, so everyone is on mute. So anyway, let me just read what Patricia said here. So she said, I love sewing. It's therapeutic. I plan to start my clothing line soon. Love the community of women that have a passion for it. It is important to know your body and what makes you feel confident through clothing. So Ankara is my niche. I'm going to say that right. And currently make bonnets, so head wraps, and makes and masks. Very grateful for the process. Gellis is God sent. All right, so let's give Tatisha a clap. Let's give her a clap. Let's give her a clap. Woo! Well said. I love reading the story. I'm going to definitely save that for sure. So if you want to type it in the chat as well, awesome. And then I have it record, so I'm even double. All right, so next I have Teresa. I don't know if you want to go next, or I think I had another. I'm seeing. Let me see here. Anita, you just join us, okay? Oh, Jasmine. Oh my God. Oh, Jasmine spoke already. Yes. Anita, did you wanna say something about your passion for fashion or your love for sewing, or how you get connected with us? Okay, so I'm gonna come back to you in a bit. So Teresa, you're on the hot seat.
Okay.
I'm seeing you half. So anyway.
Half?
Yes, I'm seeing you half.
Wow. Well, why?
I don't know, but we could have seen you, but now we ain't even seen you again. So push it. I don't know why you have something in the way. Yeah, you have something in the way. But I'm seeing your face a little, so I could take that. Now you're close again. Okay, so while you're getting yourself set up, what we're gonna do, we're gonna go with Donna. Donna gonna be on the hot seat. So Donna deliver big time. Hold on, Teresa. So
okay, Gellis. Hi, my name is Donna. I'm from Canada, Mississauga, Canada. And, I love doing sewing. I love the art of sewing. Right now, I'm in I did her beginners class. That's like 3 years ago, 2018. And right now, I'm into her advanced class where we're drafting our own patterns and making our own skirts and blouse. Right now, we're in the process of finishing up our peplum blouse, and I'm loving it.
Yes, ma'am. All right. Anything else?
Yeah, and I just want to tell everybody on here that's joining us, new and old, that Gellis is a very good coach. She has a lot of patience. I could tell you that. And even though we're from the same country, the same island, I should say, which is in the Caribbean, Grenada, and I just love working with her. I always wanted to sew from since I was small because I learned to sew the basics with my mom.
Right.
He used to sew. So I just hope that this journey that I'm taking right now would finally one day I'll be able to be my own seamstress.
There you go. Awesome, awesome, awesome. All right, love that. So let's just give Donna applause, hand of applause like everyone else. Fantastic. Very well said. And yes, she and I is from the same country, the same island, not country. Yeah, island, the same island. And I'm going to actually introduce myself in a little bit. No worries, but I am so thankful just being on with people who love the same passion. So thank you guys for joining me today. I am so grateful for you guys being on here today. Awesome. So well said, Donna, and everyone else. Okay, so I think someone else had dropped something in the chat. Okay, let me move down. So April, to everyone, I actually am watching from a hospital room. Oh, first time here. Thank you for inviting. I'm a beginner, so I love all sort of craft. All right, so thank you for joining me. You said you're a beginner, so you're excellent, excellent, excellent. Thank you, April, for joining me. I really appreciate you joining me. And you said you're from your hospital bed and you take the time to join us, so I'm very thankful. Excellent. Let's give her a hand. Let's give her a hand for just sharing that in the chat. Yay! Fantastic. All right. So I don't know if so Teresa, I'm coming to you. Let me see. So I think I have.
No problem.
Okay. So Teresa, you next. So join us. So let us know your love and your passion for fashion.
Okay.
Take it away, girl.
Okay, so my name is Teresa, and I live in Toronto, Canada. And I love sewing. I just love when I can actually take a piece of fabric and make something, whether it's a skirt or top or dress, and I put it on and it looks nice on me, it fits me.
Right.
I like that. And what I like about sewing too is like I could actually make something for somebody, which I did.
Nice.
Which I did this time.
You did.
I just love the sewing machine. It's very relaxing.
There you go.
Someone says, you know, when I feel sad or bored or stressed, and I take up my sewing machine and sew something, it makes me feel so good.
It makes you.
And then I've been with Gellis like since 2018. 2018, I did 2 in studio classes with her, and I did 1 online, and she's very, very good. So I will recommend Gellis to anybody. If you can't sew, it doesn't matter. Even though you don't even know how to hold a needle, trust me. Just go with her. She would guide you along.
There you go. Thank you for that, Teresa. So let's just give Teresa a warm clap. Woo! Well said, Teresa. Thank you so much for sharing that. Excellent. Okay. All right. Awesome, 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 awesome. So yeah, so Teresa also is in Toronto, and I didn't introduce myself as in Toronto, but of course I'm going to introduce myself in a bit. But she's also in Toronto, and she had take my in-studio class. And Teresa, you said you took 3 in-studio class with me.
Oh yes, it's true. You're right.
The blouse, and then you take the freehand, and then you come online and take another skirt. So she was one of my online students. Yeah. So you take actually 4 classes with me so far. So thank you for that. Really, really appreciate that. All right, excellent. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna take time to just introduce myself. For those who know me would know this is something I'll be continue repeating, which I would always repeat because I always had to introduce myself to people I meet all the time. And I'm so grateful for you guys being here. So my name is Gellis, and of course, I am a believer, a faith believer. I am a faith believer. I love the Lord Jesus Christ. And I have a deep passion for sewing and fashion. Now, I started my sewing and fashion journey when I was a little girl. My grandmother, she was a seamstress, and I'm from Grenada, as mentioned earlier. And she had the old Singer pedal machine. So those pedal machine where you had to use with your feet pedal. So that's the sewing machine I actually started on. And then I used to thread the machine for her and run the bobbin for her. And then I become fascinated in sewing. It was just a light bulb in my head when I have to, make my dolly clothes or just, sew something when she's not, because the thing is back in the Caribbean that back then, they wouldn't pretty much leave you on the machine. So you kind of have to find your way to the machine when she's not home or whatever. That's pretty much how I used to do it. But eventually now, when I went to high school, to regular school, regular school, middle school, regular school, in sewing class, we had it's home economics. I don't know, anybody here about home economics? Yeah.
Yeah, I know about it.
There you go.
I heard about it already.
Yeah, so home economics, that's where I used to we make, I think, skirt. I can't remember exactly what we make, but all what I know, I was in the sewing class and I was in heaven. So that's pretty much it. And then when it comes to doing exam time, to move from regular school to high school now, it was from high school to college, I think, something like that. Then we did, like, when we were doing CXC, for those who know what I'm talking about, I got a distinction in the sewing. I can't remember which other subject I passed, but I know I passed the sewing with a high mark because I had a deep, deep passion and love for the art. So when I came to Canada, as I'm living in Canada right now, I went to Seneca. When I just came to Canada, and for those who didn't know, I came to Canada, I didn't have any credential in Canada. I didn't come like a landed immigrant. I just came and I decided to stay, right? So in this case, that if just say I was traveling, that's back then, that's since September 11th time, traveling on the street, if to say someone asked me, like if the authority had asked me, I said, okay, where's your ID? I didn't have any ID at the time back then. But I still decided, you know what, I wanted to learn the art of sewing and fashion. So I enrolled myself in Seneca, and I used to do babysitting. Actually, I was a babysitter when I just came years ago. I was 21 years. Now I'm over 40, so there you go. So I was a babysitter. I used to pay my way through to college. And then I think I had to find a pattern. I did garment construction, where I did all these samples. Actually, you know what? I should have those samples to show you guys, where we do all kind of professional samples, neckline, collar, blouse, like all sort of different tailoring stuff. And then I went on to pattern making in Seneca, and I still have my pattern itself from Seneca. And then when I left Seneca now, that's Seneca College. It's like whatever fashion college in the States. For me, Seneca College here. Then when I finished at Seneca now, I had a low point in my life that I decided I didn't want to see the sewing machine anymore. I didn't want to touch the sewing machine anymore. I didn't want to have nothing to do with the sewing machine. And I told myself, well, you know what? Eventually, you know, I was more established in the country back after. Then I told myself, you know what? I need to find myself to do something. Then I enrolled myself in nursing school. And I ended up going to 4 years nursing school. I came out as a nurse, get my certificate as a nurse. And then as soon as I finished nursing school and I started looking for a job, and I see how people was cutting style with a job and all kind of thing, I was like, you know what, I have my craft, right? So might as well just try to go back in the craft. I didn't really have a goal or a plan at the time. All what I know is that I just want to get back into that craft. So I started sewing clothes for people, but I wasn't getting enjoyment. Right now, it is a very enjoying thing if that is your niche that you love. Yep, there are people who they love teaching, or they love sewing, or they love maybe making pattern, or they love making shoes, they love making bag. Everybody have their own special love for that sewing. For me now, when I realized I was sewing for people, I didn't like it too much. I wanted to teach the person how to do their own thing. So that's where I told my husband I wanted to start my sewing studio, and I started in 2018. Okay. And then when I started itself, that's when I had 18 people came to the very, very first class, and I was so grateful. And then from that, I realized, wow, there is a need. People actually want to learn to sew, you know. And I remember, guys, and I'm going to stop right there. Oh, thank you, my dear. And I'm going to stop right there. I remember when my husband was bringing one of this machine, I don't know if it's this one particular, but one of the machine he was bringing downstairs. When we was living in an apartment building then. And someone told my husband, where you going with this machine? People want to sew, like, you know, he put it in a kind of downplay. And that's how people have, some people, not everyone, have the idea of you in sewing, probably something wrong with you, probably she have no education, probably she can't get a job, probably, so that's the only thing that she could do. And some of us may have that kind of mentality, actually back in the Caribbean. Right, I'm not downplaying Caribbean, but something that's so the kind of mentality. I want office job. I want this. I don't want to go into on sewing machine. People are gonna think I am nothing, right? So that's the kind of mentality. When the gentleman talked to my husband, I was like, "Where you go with this machine? Nobody want to sew." You know what I mean? So I am so very grateful to connect with people who love the art of sewing, and I am very grateful that you are here. And it is my pleasure to have you on today. It is very much my pleasure. So again, let's just give ourselves a round of applause. I think people is coming in. Just give ourselves a round of applause. Yay! Excellent, excellent, excellent. So I'm seeing some other people, so I'm a nurse too for 18 years. Wow. So you're like general to me. Who knows? I might be next. All right. So that's from Benedita. Okay, thanks for sharing that. So anyone else wanted to share that didn't get the opportunity to share previously? I know there was a little, Toya, did you want to share your sewing and fashion experience with us? Just a little, yeah. And then Mimi, did you want to share something dear?
Yes.
Good, go ahead and share something for us.
Hi, my name is Amina. I'm 9 years old. I don't know much about sewing, but I'm here to learn.
So you're here to learn. Awesome. So have you always have a passion for sewing, or do you have a desire?
I started when I sewed a comforter because it ripped when it was getting washed. So I sewed it and yeah.
Yeah. Okay, good. Good. And you enjoy that?
And I do have this mini sewing machine.
Oh, that's fantastic. That is so nice. You know, I think 2 weeks ago, there was a young little girl. I think she was the same 9 years old, and she had the same mini machine, right, Donna? I think I remember.
Last week. Yes, she was. She was
Yeah,
9 years old. And she had the same exact one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Same exact machine.
Awesome, awesome. And also I teach a 9 years old online as well. Like she I think maybe she's 10 years old now. Never taught a sewing machine before. So let's give Mimi a hand. Thanks for that here. Brave, brave, brave. Thanks for sharing that, Mimi. Really, really excited to have you on board.
Thank you.
You are welcome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. All right. So Toya, did you want to share something? So yeah, Toya, I think. Toya, yeah. I know you just recently came in. Did you want to share any sewing story, any passion, any love that you have for the craft? Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead here and share my screen. I'm just gonna go ahead and what I've planned itself tonight is just to make something very, very simple and basic. Nothing fancy, just something basic. But we do have an event, and I don't know if everyone is registered for the events on here. So the event is from Monday, and I'm just going to explain how the event gonna run because I'm going to constantly send email. And then I have, so let me see if I could move certain things here and open this here. Okay, so I have this event. The event is starting on Monday, and I would like everyone to be part of the event. Now, how the event would run, so I'm actually sharing my screen here, okay? All right, so we're gonna come into this one in a bit. So how the event gonna run is that I am gonna have, I'm gonna be sending a video out on Monday to Friday of next week. So I'll constantly send email out so people could, so sorry, let me just stop it here. So yeah, I will send the video out from Monday. I would release a video. Tuesday won't be available. Wednesday I will release a video. Thursday won't be available. Friday I will release a video. Friday is done. But what I'm gonna do, we're gonna come on Zoom Monday, Wednesday, and Friday to chat about the event. Now the event is a video event, and let me just show you guys here. I'm just gonna pull it up here. I think for those who come to the email list, would have an idea of what it is. So let me just get here. But the goal of this event is that I want you to challenge yourself, do the event, and everyone who take part in this event would get a 1 week live class with me on Zoom, just as how we are here right now. But I want to see people because I get a lot of people contact me, a lot of people interested in art of sewing, and then when come for commitment, then maybe out of 100, maybe 20 gonna be committed to that. So I really want it. That's sort of like I want to see if you really want to push yourself to kind of learn the art of sewing and fashion. So let me just open this here, and we're gonna talk briefly about the event. Okay, so I'm just gonna pull it up here, which I think you guys seen the page already anyway. But I'm just gonna ask this question now. Who here want to sew their own clothes? Like if you haven't been sewing your own clothes already, so not Donna, but who here really wanna learn to make their own clothing? Yeah, you could just drop it in the chat if you wanna say yes. Yeah, you wanna make your own clothing? Excellent. Now, let me ask another question here now. All right, who here want to do their own alteration? You always want to probably, you don't want to go to the alteration store. You don't want to spend all this amount of money and all this kind of drama. Yeah, am I getting that? Yes, you could also drop it in the chat. That's fine. I could read it here. Probably you have children and you want to make clothes for your children, right? Like with me, I have 3 children. I have a 4-year-old and I have a 17-year-old. She's not too much into my kind of clothing, and I have a boy which is 10 years old. I make clothes all the time. And that saved my husband a ton of money. I wanted to buy the class for me, the fabric for this amount, and then I just couture my own style, right? Yeah, so I'm getting some yeses here. Who always have this deep passion for fashion? You always have this deep desire, the passion, that hunger, that drive for fashion. There you go. All right, let me just ask 2 more questions. So who want to learn to make their own pattern from scratch, from ground zero? Likes math or hate math, you want to do it from ground zero. No problem, drop it in the chat. No problem. I see you. Patricia, sorry, I saw you big time.
I do.
All right, good stuff. All right, so okay, and who here want to pursue their secret dreams? That's your, oh my goodness, that was always a dream. So just see you're creating that couture garment and you are the designer. Yeah, awesome. So that's the kind of feeling I want. I want to hear people say, yes, I want this. Yes, I want to make my own clothing. Yes, I want to design my own style. Yes, I want one day to create. Guys, it all starts with a mindset, of course, right? You have to want it. It's like air. Without air, ain't nobody gonna be on Zoom here today, right? You want air. You take my clothes, take everything. I need that air because I have to survive, right? Now, of course, making clothes, we all wear clothing. Like it's a no-brainer. From the time the baby born, you have to wrap it up. It's a piece of cloth, right? So we all wear clothing. So clothing is a necessity. It is essential, right? So. Yeah. What I want here, I'm going to just share my screen here right now. And then I'm going to show you what our students are actually, so someone else is coming in. Okay, so I'm going to share. Hopefully I get this page right again to share. Let me come here. Okay. So I guess you've seen my share screen here. Yeah, everybody? Yeah. Okay, good. All right, so we have this event coming up. So this event is Monday. And guys, I really want you guys to take part in the event. I'll continue sending out emails. So in the event now we have, of course, to learn the basic part of the sewing machine, we have the opportunity to make a face mask if you have already get your fabric. Now, also, that would be the first day of the event. The second day of the event, you get to make a pillowcase cushion. And this pillowcase cushion, you get to make it with French seam. So that's something like what I have here, same thing in the picture here. But the thing is with the French seam, you're able to, you could even sell it right after because you have to, it's enclosed on both sides. So you could wear the pillowcase cushion on this side, on the wrong side or the right side. So it's a very neat way to make the pillowcase cushion. Then a fabric wallet. So let me show you here. You know what? I'm gonna one of my thing I said I was gonna advertise, but anyway, probably for our next time I'll pretty much show it in a bit. So a fabric wallet. So the mannequin, you have your fabric wallet, you have your bag. Then the other day now, before you make a bag. The bag is very easy, guys, very, very simple, and you could wear the bag on both sides. And then the last now you make a skirt. Now this skirt is very, very it's very easy. It's like 1, 2, 3 pieces. You get fabric, you get elastic, you get a safety pin, and you're done, right? That's pretty much it. So what I've done, I don't have a lot of videos in there, just one video because I don't want to overwhelm people with 10 videos a day and whatnot. So one video, you take your time and you do the work, and you could do it in needle and thread. The goal is that I want to see how much you really want to learn this art of sewing and fashion, right? So if you challenge yourself, this is what the incentive gonna be. is that I would come on Zoom and give you a 5 days beginner sewing class. It's going to be free. So it's going to be at least 1 hour a day, right? But at least it will be for 5 days. We'll talk about the anatomy of fabric, because there's a lot of things that you wouldn't know about fabric. A lot of things, when I had my when I just opened my studio, a lot of people could sew even well, but they forget. They had dropped the sewing wall for a while and forget, but didn't know a lot of things about the anatomy of fabric or anatomy of sewing. There's a lot of terminology in sewing. It's not just finding a machine and sew. There's a lot of things to learn in sewing. So we'll be teaching you that. We'll also be teaching you, of course, to be confident on the sewing machine if you haven't already. And one thing I always say, guys, it doesn't matter if you're advanced or you're a beginner. It's always good to keep yourself in check with whatever sewing project it is. And the reason why I'm saying that is very easy to forget. Let's say you sew a dress today and you decide, okay, you know what, I've been sewing. Let me just wait 6 months. Sometimes that 6 months you could easily forget, right? And Teresa could testify to that. I don't know, Donna, when you had left my studio, you've been sewing, right? You've been sewing after that? Yeah? Kind of yes or no, right? Yeah, okay. So it's very easy to forget. I get a lot of people who actually sold big time before and then forget when they met me, like, oh my goodness. And as soon as I put them back on the machine, boom, they're ready to go. And that's, you know, that is very, very impressive. Now, so for the event, again, I'm just gonna share my screen here and then I'm gonna show you what our students, our advanced students are making. So the events, I'm gonna open the video one day. So the day one, I'm gonna open the video. You're gonna find out about a sewing machine, learn how to thread the machine. And then day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5. And then we're gonna come on Zoom Monday. So that will be this coming Monday. Monday, we'll come and talk about the project. Was it difficult? Did you like the video? Was it not, you know, your thing? Then Tuesday, then Wednesday, then Thursday, then Friday. And then we'll decide together when we're gonna have the free class. It's 1 week I'm giving you guys. So you could have it in the morning. Let's say I get about what? 5 people want to take it in the morning. Then we'll do a morning session from probably 10 to 11. I'm just giving an example here. And it's going to be for 5 days. So what I start Saturday, no, Saturday, if it starts Saturday, everybody going to be on the Saturday. But Monday, not Tuesday, then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, something like that. And then Saturday, we all come together, something like that. Or if everyone prefer to do it after work in the evening, then we could decide to do it in the evening. But 1 hour a week, I would give you the opportunity to do a free beginner's session with me. Okay, so also I have incentive to ensure that I cannot get people on check. I have sewing patterns to give away. I have interfacing to give away. If you never know what is interface, I'll talk about it in a bit. And also I have fabric. I don't know who here had got, Donna, you got free fabric from me, right? Yeah, so I have a lot of free fabric. People just donate fabric to me. So for those who really take part in the event, and I'm gonna also send it in an email as well to kind of get people to really take part in the event, I would send a sewing pattern. Not everyone gonna get a sewing pattern. I have about 3 patterns here. Interfacing, and I'm gonna talk about interfacing, and also free fabric. So that would be the incentive. Lastly, I would also want you guys to introduce yourself in my Facebook group. I'm gonna drop it in the chat in a little bit. Okay, so if anyone have any questions at all, any question? The event is free, Anita. The event is 100% free. So Jasmine says she want to learn everything. All right. Benita says, Benedicta said, I want to make my own clothes. There you go. Anita said, I want to make kids' clothes. There you go. So Patricia said, yes, I can do all things through Christ who strengthened me. No pattern making, Lord. So she did pattern making already. Okay. She take a course in pattern making. Patricia, when you let Donna tell you, man, when you come under me from pattern making, you're like, this is so easy. I didn't really.
Yeah,
I'm telling you,
it's the best. She's very good. She's very good. I'm really loving the pattern. Drafting the pattern, is, I think that's one of the best thing I like.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, drafting the pattern, right? Exactly.
Yeah. And then the final finish of what you made.
Yes, definitely. All right, good stuff. So I think, so let me say, so Mimi says, should I get a bigger sewing machine for this class, or will mine work? Well, my dear, have you sewn with your sewing machine before? If you have, then you should be fine. How much is the event? It's a free event. So should I get a bigger sewing machine? Okay, so you should be fine. You should be fine. So who here is taking part in the event? I really want people to really challenge yourself and take part in the event. We are making easy, simple things. Yeah, okay, good. So
I am.
You are? Excellent. So Femi, I think you just joined. Esther, you just joined. I haven't heard much about you. If you want to drop your name in the chat. So Anita say I am. Excellent. So you guys is already on the list getting the information. So that is fantastic. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen again just to show you guys what Donna was actually talking about. And I am going to try to get the screen here. Let me see if it's here. Here. I'm gonna have to, this is the 5-day event. No, I want to go in 1 second, guys. I'm just gonna go in here. So I'm gonna go in 2 places. I'm gonna come back here. And I am going to, I'm hoping it's this one. I'm getting, I hope it's this one. Let's see. So I'm just gonna show you, okay. All right, so I am gonna show you briefly the Ultimate Online Sewing and Fashion Academy, right? So this is one of the dress that we just made last. So this is mine. I'm still waiting for my students to send me all the picture once they complete it. So this is one of the dress I teach them how to make. It's a six-piece skirt, sorry. And then I was saying it's a peplum top. So this is a peplum princess. So this is not just a regular top, it's a princess top. Because the thing is with me, I want, when you take something with me, you challenge yourself. So once you finish, you say, nobody can play with you because you learn like a boss. So that's pretty much it is. So this is a very, it could be challenging, but of course, I haven't get much complaint from my students. The only thing they say, boy, is they're building a house, but they love the house they're building. You know what I mean? Because it does take skills, it does take time, but the goal is that is the end result is what matter. And my students, I have 9 students currently in the advanced class, and I haven't really get anybody say, Gellis, you know, this and that. So this is what they're making. So I'm just going to show you some of the thing that we teach in the class here. Bring this down. So this is the straight skirt. First, we start with first we start with measurement. So we start, you have to understand the terminology, that's where we'll teach you the anatomy of fabric. We'll teach you grain line. We'll teach you cotton fold. Anybody ever heard about those terms? Grain line, cotton fold, salve edge. So Padisha, yeah, you did. Okay. Anybody else? Bring your hands up or just, you know, drop it in the chat. No? Okay. So all this is wonderful sewing terminology that you have to know. It's just, you just can't just know it. You just have to know it. That's just how it is. So this is pattern drafting from some of my students. So this is Donna here. This is what Donna's skirt here. This is one of a skirt here. This is another student here. This is another student here. So just some I have. And then we have the circle skirt. So we make the pattern from, this is not just you buy a pattern in Joanne or you buy, no. This is that we say, you know what is your waist measurement? I show you how to take the measurement. I show you how to calculate the measurement. And the thing is, just to kind of encourage Jasmine, I am horribly in maths, girl. Maths and me ain't no friend. I could tell her that for sure. But one thing, at least I have to know the basic maths, 1 and 1 make 2. To get by, and at least I know that, so I'm good to go. You see what I'm saying? So you don't have to be a big time professor in maths. You'll be fine if you decide to, you know, jump on board. All right, let's go. Okay, so this again, I just had to put some more photos here. This is the circle skirt they made from the pattern. Then we make the 6-piece skirt. So this is the 6-piece skirt they make now from the pattern. 6-piece skirt here from my students. This is all right, and then this is the blouse. So they draft the blouse pattern, they draft the princess blouse. This is Donna own right here, right? And then this is another student's own here. They send me the picture with the sleeve. So we draft sleeve pattern from scratch. What is your armpit measure? Sorry, what is your arm measurement? We take it, we calculate it, we plug it in, then we cut the pattern, we add our seam allowance, our easing, and then we sew, and everything just pretty. Again, this is more patterns here. So this is the blouse that they're making, and of course I'm just waiting for everyone to complete their work and send it to me. Lastly, guys, I'm just gonna show you guys one more thing here. Let me just show you. I'm just going to show you how I teach the class briefly. This is just a few, hold on, let me come here. This is just a few. So I think it's here, hold on. Okay, so I'm gonna come here to show you briefly. The page is loading, let's go. Okay, just maybe I have so much page open, that's why. Okay, I wasn't expecting it to be so slow. Okay, so let me just go on preview so you could actually see better. So go on preview. So this is just some of the videos. So that's just how I have it here. But the thing is, I don't teach video to say I just teach with video. I teach you live. So they say this is our live class. Everyone come on live. And I'm gonna, so let me just go like drafting the sleeve block, for instance. Let me forget this video. So I teach them how to, we go step by step. I look terrible there, but anyway, we go step by step, making the pattern, whatnot, right? Again, from scratch. Then I teach them, this is the live class we have here. And this is me teaching the live class with them. And this is, this is Zoom. So everything we pretty much, so this is a live class. So you're not like, oh, I'm just going to show you on videos and then no, not like that. And when it comes to, because I know pattern drafting and dressmaking is not something that is just, you just tap on your shoulder and go. Somebody need guidance big time. So that's pretty much how we teach. And this is one of the last class we have here. This is all, this dress alone, the yellow dress I showed you earlier, it takes about, I think it was 6 hours in total. And that's me doing it 6 hours in video. So imagine someone say, make a dress like that for me. And then they want to charge you like maybe $100 or $150. Guys, that's another thing I'm going to teach as well, is how to price your garment. When people come and say, listen, when you have your skill and people say, you know what, I need you to make a dress for me, you need to know how to price it and just say, okay, it's my cousin, man, I'm just going to charge a little $25 when you spend all 3-4 hours on the garment. You see what I'm saying? So all that is what we're gonna discuss about as well, moving further. Okay, so who here is excited? We are gonna do a small little project in a little bit, just a little project, nothing big to talk about. But I am excited because I want you guys to take action, guys. I really, really want you to take the video. Do the videos on Monday. So I'm going to release on Monday. Then we're going to come on Zoom. We're going to chat about the event. We're going to talk about what did you like? What did you not like? And once I see that you're serious, you really want to learn this, you really want to take it to the next level, we're going to have a beginner's class, and the beginner's class is going to be free. It's going to be very free. If you don't have a sewing machine, we'll talk about sewing machine. You're buying a sewing machine. If you have needle and thread, okay, fine. If you're not confident on a sewing machine, we will actually take that step and be confident on the sewing machine as well. So Anita, are you on my email list? Yes, it's through the email. Yes, definitely through the email. Through the email, I would send everything to the email, and it would be on the same platform like I just showed you. You would just have to, I think, in the email, you would be able to get access to the platform and carry on the work. But the goal is that I'm excited because we're going to come on Zoom and we're going to talk about the project. We'll talk about, and I do have sewing patterns to give away and some interfacing as well to give away. So if anyone have any question at all? Any burning question that you want to ask? Anyone at all? No, maybe, yeah. Okay, so I'm just gonna show you guys what is interfacing, because who knows what it interfaces? So beside Donna, beside Teresa, I don't know if anyone else know what is interfacing. Anyone else know what is interfacing? And what is the use of interfacing? Maybe, yeah, maybe no. Anybody? Yeah, okay.
It's to give the fabric body shape, weight.
Right.
Yeah.
Excellent, to give the fabric structure, definitely, so shape. So April say you do, okay, excellent. All right, good stuff. So I would be also setting some interfacing as well, because I know within interfacing as well, you want to make sure that you have your garment really nice and structured. So this is just my Etsy store on online, and this is what there's a lot of people have bought interfacing, and they have to say about interfacing, just for those who don't know it. Some people use it for layers in COVID and masks as well. you could use it to layer the mask and to, you know, for filter in COVID masks as well. So this is what interface look like, and I'll be adding it to about a yard of interface to the package as well. All right, okay, so give you guys a hand. So I'm seeing more people joining us, so which is exciting. So I just want to welcome everyone else, and then we're gonna do a very tiny project, guys. Nothing big, simple. So Govana, thanks for joining me. SW3, thanks for joining me. For me, thanks for joining me. Is there anything you guys want to say? Anyone want to say, please? So
I'm excited about your class.
Okay, all right. I'm excited to have you. Please, Michael, that is after 6 live teaching. Will you send the video for us? Sorry, I didn't understand. It's after 6 hours live teaching you. I don't know if do you want to unmute, Esther, and explain what you're saying? If I would send the video in your email, yes, I will send it in your email Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. But the thing is that once the video released Monday, Tuesday it will not be released. So the Monday video will just be the Monday video, the Tuesday video will just, and so on until the end. But everyone who take part successfully, like I mentioned, we would end up doing a class, and we will discuss it Monday, Wednesday, Friday. We'll discuss how we're gonna organize the class. Okay. All right. Okay, guys. So for those who just joining us, thank you for joining me. Let me just go ahead and put some spotlight here. Now, one thing I'm very passionate about is recycling our clothing. I think it's something that that we kind of overlook. From the time our clothing get you know, damaged or worn out, we just decide, let's just dash this one in the garment and buy a new one. Last week, for those who was here, we was talking about something that called fast fashion, where one of the reasons why some of us would say, you know what, well, am I gonna take a sewing class for this amount? No way, where I could just go buy it down the street for $5. Well, do you understand the concept behind it? Do you understand who is actually creating the garment at the end of the day so you could buy it for $5? Are there who reaping the benefit, right? So we watched a documentary last week called Fast Fashion, where people in India was exploited completely from big names, you know, H&M and you know, all those fancy names that we're comfortable, we love buying clothes too. That's what we watched last week. So this event this week, I just want to do a short clip. It's 6 minutes, but I'm not gonna take it 6 minutes. It's all about recycling our clothing. Okay, it's about recycled clothes. So I'm just gonna play the clip.
Buying clothes has never been easier.
So everyone's seen my my screen?
I am.
Yes.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
awesome. Thank you, guys.
Buying clothes has never been easier. 80 billion items are manufactured every year.
We're putting too much product out there, most of that product ending up in landfill.
So-called fast fashion allows consumers to buy more, but they're wearing these garments less often and disposing of them at an unprecedented rate. This is where wardrobe cast-offs end up. Savannah Rags is a clothes recycling and processing plant in Nottingham, England. They process discarded clothes from recycling bins around the country. Mohammed Patel has been running this plant for 12 years.
Majority of it will go to Africa and Dubai. And some across Europe, and we have a couple of buyers here in the UK that buy from a girlfriend.
Globally, sorting plants like this only deal with around 25% of discarded clothes. In Britain, more than 300,000 tons of clothes end up in landfill every year. It's the fastest growing category of waste in the country. But this is a global problem. Expanding middle classes in emerging markets are hungry for more and cheaper fashion. It's estimated that by 2050, global clothing sales could more than triple.
Okay, so did anyone gather anything there?
Cost of garments are going to go up dramatically.
The cost
so you better
of
sew it. It's going to, you better start sewing.
Okay, thanks for sharing that. Anyone else? Anyone else? So basically, well, Donna, did you want to say something? Or anyone else want to say something? No?
No, we could, I was just about to say, like, when we buy clothes and if something is wrong with it, it's best if we just recycle it. Like, I remember my grandmother, God bless her. She used to get, like back home we call them crocus bag that you get your rice and your stuff in.
Oh, yes.
My grandmother used to cut those crocus bags, and she used to take like old clothes and strip it up,
right,
and poke holes in the crocus bag and put the material in and tie it. And she used to make mats for in front of the bed.
Right. Yes.
Yeah, I know. That was a good way of recycling. Yeah.
Good way of
we
recycling.
recycle. Yeah.
All right. Awesome. So I like that story. So one other thing I also want to create as well is a membership site. Is where, of course, where we could connect as well in sewing and fashion, but my goal is to get us to take our old dresses, our old skirts, our old blouse, our old jeans and make stuff. So that's what I'm actually working on, and where we could connect on Zoom once a month and we could sew something. So it could be a simple, easy project, a little bag, a little this, a little something, a little, I don't know, anything, a little laundry bag, a little, maybe just take something and create it into something new. So that's one of my goals as well, to actually come up with a membership site and encourage everyone to come on board who is interested in joining the membership. As we go along, I'll talk about it more, and we'll be sewing mini stuff or things that we could easily use instead of throwing it away into landfill. So that is also something I am working out, and I'll share, because I did share and many people had said that was interested as well. Okay, so today, and Donna would be, Donna, when you make your stuff, I was like, oh, okay, because I was contemplating, what do I make that is just easy and just DIY?
Yes,
yeah,
so easy.
So let me just hold on. Let me put on thing view here. So we're not making any big thing today, because I want everyone to challenge themselves, and then we're gonna actually come on board. Like I said, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. We're just gonna make a little simple pillowcase cushion. No, what am I saying? A little simple how you call it again? What am I saying?
Pin cushion.
Pin cushion. But I'm gonna make it different. I'm gonna make it like just basic. So just a simple pin cushion. Don't even mind me. And then you could easily just tie it around, because if you don't have Velcro, you don't have this, you don't have that, you just tie it around, or you just make a bow. Like, if I had somebody to make a bow, and then you have it while you're sewing. Right? Because you guys is on the sewing journey, and you would need a pin cushion. So whether you have one, you're going to be making one. Or if you don't have one, you're not going to be buying any more. You'll be making your own out of scrap. Okay, so it's a very simple project, and it's a very fun project to make. So don't say, no, I think she was making something big time. Listen, it's all start from the beginning, right?
Yes. I just said to myself, you know what? I made the one that you had showed us how to make with on the table, but I find it so hard because I'm left-handed, and every time I have to be moving it. So I said, okay, I'll make one like this for my right hand, so when I take my pin out, I could just poke it in there.
Yeah, it's you know what, I was like, I'm telling you, girl. There you go. Okay, guys, so if anyone is here today, I did give a measurement to just, I think was 22 by 4 inches. I don't know if anyone had the measurement. We're just gonna make it simple. Very simple.
22 by 4, yeah, 22 by 4.
Yeah, so everyone's supposed to have the measurement, because we're just gonna dive in and make it, and then we will wrap. So what I'm gonna do here, I'm just gonna show you what we're gonna do. And again, I teach differently from how I teach my classes. So I'm just gonna show you guys in like this. So what I'm gonna do, we're gonna be making 1/2 inch down on every side, and I have white, so it's easy to see. And then we're gonna use some scrap to kind of push it in. Very, very simple, very easy. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take my my cushion. So this is the wrong side, this is the right side. So I'm gonna just put right sides here. So this is the right side of the cushion here, very simple. And then this is the wrong side here, the inside here. So we're just gonna be doing 1/2 inch down. So 1/2 inch all the way down this side, and then 1/2 inch all the way down that side. So 1/2 inch And then if you have an iron, you could iron it down the 1/2 inch. If not, that's fine. If you have pins, that would be nice. If not, iron would actually work really, really, really nice. So I am gonna just put it here. And then we are going to, so I'm just doing the other side. Okay. So both sides here. So 1/2 inch down on both sides. So from here to here and from here to here. Then what we're gonna do here, because I'm not gonna iron mine, I'm just gonna fold it in. So I'm gonna fold it in like this. I'm hoping everyone watching as I'm doing it when you're doing it. It's a very simple project. If you have iron, you could iron it down this way. Right, so just iron it down this way. I'm just gonna kind of hand wash my hair. Any hand wash, yeah, that's a little trick to kind of get it if you don't have an iron right immediately. I have an iron, but I don't want to use iron. So I want to, the thing is with me too, I like to, if you don't have, like one of my students who's in my advanced class, I was so impressed that she never had a sewing machine, but because she just tell herself that I could teach her, she came out with needle and thread. So you don't have to start, I need a serger, I needed this, I needed that. Just start with whatever you have. And trust me, you would get to that destination that you desire eventually. So I'm just gonna hand wash it right here. So hand wash it, just folding it down. If you have an iron, you could actually easily fold it down. And I'm gonna fold the other side down as well. So we're gonna fold it down nicely. So fold it down on this side. Fold it down on this side. So fold it right down. We're just making a band that we could actually tie it on our hand or on our wrist. Okay, so fold it down. This. And there are several ways you could do this, but just gonna do it like this. So once I fold it down this way, right, and I fold it down this way, then what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna join this fold to this fold. So let me show you. I'm gonna join this to this, and I'm gonna put a pin down like this. Or if you don't have pin, then you could actually, and I'm gonna put a pin down and leave a 1 1.5 inch space in here. So let me just put a 1.5 inch spacing because we have to turn that edge as well. So 1.5 inch spacing. So 1.5 inch spacing from the edge. We're not gonna pin because when we sew, we're gonna sew from this edge to the other edge down. So let me just pin. So you see what I did? I just fold this fold here and I put this fold here. It's just because I don't have an iron, so it doesn't look that pretty. All right, I hope you can see my eyes is kind of, and then I fold it down and then I just pin it down like this. That making sense? Let me get that. Yeah, very, very simple, very easy. We'll be finishing a GP. So just like that. All right, so same thing here. I'm just gonna fold this here and I'm gonna fold this here. And I'm gonna pin it down. Simple, simple like that. So just fold it evenly down. If it's iron, it's even stay nicely. And I'm gonna do the same thing all the way to the end, just fold it down. So I'm just gonna fold it down here and then in the end now you're gonna mark the same 1.5 inch on the edge because you're gonna put the pin 1.5 inch down. But you want that little opening, we'll sew it eventually. So let me just pin that here, bring that over here. And then I'll pin it down. So see, I'm just gonna pin it down to the very end. So let me just pin it down, I'll show you. And then we're gonna start. Okay. All right, so just like this, I just pin it down, just like this. Simple, simple like this. Then I have this end open here. See, I have the fold and I have it open, 1.5 inch here and 1.5 inch here. Simple as that. I believe everyone got that. All right, so what I'm gonna do here now, I'm just gonna go ahead and sew it down, sew the edge down, making sure that I don't pass my 1.5 inch marking. I'm gonna put on after, so I'm gonna start my sewing right here, and I'm gonna go right down to this here, to this here. I'm seeing a lot of glare, so right here. Okay, so let me sew it down. I think my thread gonna. So again, you could still do this with needle and thread, and if you don't have a sewing machine, you could still do it with needle and thread. That's perfectly fine. So I'm just gonna put it here and sew it down, and then I'll show you. And then we're gonna finish sewing the rest. So I hope this is gonna go in nicely. Okay. So I'm gonna get my pick out my pins as I go along. Okay. I'm gonna mute. Oh. Okay, so I'm finished. And I am gonna do my back stitch right here. All right. So this is how I have it here. So I do it white so everybody could see. So I just pin here and then I sew here. And then I'm just gonna fold this in now. So because I need this to be clean. I need the edge to be clean, but I wanna leave it like this. So now I'm just gonna fold it in like this. And then I'm gonna just finish folding it down. So basically I just fold it down in, fold that raw edge in. Okay, let me just try again. So just open it like this and I just bring this down like that. Simple as that. And then I just try to fold the edge in. That's pretty much it. If you want to measure it 1/2 inch down, that's fine. You don't have to be all fancy. All right, so I'm just gonna, so basically I just tuck the edge in and then I'm gonna just sew it down again. So I just do top stitch and I'll do the exact same thing for the other side. I just fold it down. It's okay. And I pin this down here. So now I'm just gonna go seal this down and seal this across it. That's pretty much what I wanna do now. Very simple, very basic. Very, very simple, very basic. I mean, there's another way you could do it if you have pins, but I didn't wanna work anybody else. This is just a simple way to make it. If you have a safety pin, I mean. So I'm just gonna continue my sewing here. Put this out. And I am going to do my back stitch again. I'll walk, it's kind of hard there. Okay. I want to turn and just finish it out here. This needle needs to be changed. One little something you can't go through. Okay, so the needle really needs to be changed. One little something, it's giving me a hard time. So I'll just leave it like that anyway. But your goal is that just ensure you sew it here and you sew it across here. Let me see if I can sew this part down now. My needle on thread, can you imagine? In the middle of a live, my needle on thread. So I'm just gonna thread this back. Okay, let me finish up this here.
Excuse me.
Yes, ma'am.
Are we supposed to close the ends? Because I don't know if I.
Yeah, so that's what I was doing actually now. You just fold it down.
Okay.
Yeah, you just have to kind of tuck it down. We have to close it. Eventually, we have to close it down. Yeah. So I'm closing the end now. I don't know why my machine is just horrible here. One little fabric is giving me hard time to go through. I don't want to use my fast machine. Just want to use a simple machine. Yeah, so just fold down the end, just tuck it down inside. Just make sure it's nice and neat. So you tuck it down something like this. Just fold it in and tuck it down. Let me see if it's gonna work again for me. Good stuff. Okay, so once we're done here, all right, so someone is coming in again. Okay, so once we have it this way and we all settle the end nicely, right? Then we're gonna cut it in half. So I'm just gonna make it in the, there's so many different ways you could actually do this, to be honest with you. I'm just gonna cut it in half and just let you do it exactly like what I have here. Simple as that. But there's other ways you could do that as well. So I'm just gonna cut this in half, just like this. I cut it in half like this. So I have two pieces now. And I have, I'm making sure that I have this end, I have a neat end and I have a raw edge. Instead of making two different ones, we just cut it in half, simple as that. This is a little bit short, anyway. And then we're gonna take one side of our fabric now. And this is our right sides. So remember, say we have 4 sides on each side, right? So it's all good. So this is the right side of our fabric. We take right side of the fabric and we're gonna take this part here and put it in the middle part. If you're not sure how to get to the middle, you could always fold your fabric in half, kind of hand wash it here, and wash it here, so you can know exactly where the middle of the fabric is. You don't have all the equipment right now, you kind of just use what the resource you have. So you get the middle here, then you take this and you put it on the middle part here. Sorry, you put it this way, right sides touching right side. So right sides touching right sides, just like this, making sure that this is right and this is right, and it touch each other in the middle section. Right sides touching right sides. Again, there's several ways you can make this. So just like this. Then we're gonna push another one here. Right sides, again, this is the right sides. Take this clean one here and you put it on the right side in the middle part. Fold it to the middle here if you're not sure what the middle part is, and then you put it middle to middle like this. Very, very simple. You just pin. So just like this. And then we're just gonna sew this down. You could actually just tuck it down to the very edge. Tuck this down here, and then you go here, tuck this down here. Remember, I said this is the right side of the fabric here. So the fabric is touching the right sides. Right sides touching right sides, okay? Does that make sense? Yeah? Everybody make sense?
Yes.
Yeah, very simple, right? Okay, good. So right side touching right side, you just pin it here on one end. Okay, remember, so you have to split it in two, just for those who didn't hear. And then we're gonna put the raw edge here. The clean edge is gonna be at the edge here, the clean edge is here. So I'm gonna just tuck it down. We're almost to the home stretch. So I'm gonna tuck it down nicely here. Look at the edge here. I'm just gonna use my hand with this because the fabric is so thin. Sometimes when the fabric is thin, the machine just take it away. So just making it, so let me show you guys. So I see I just sew right at the edge here because I'm just tucking this down. I'm not showing half an inch or quarter of an inch, just want to tuck it down. I'll take my pins out. Okay, my thing was on the pedal. And the pedal was jamming something. Okay, let me pull it out here. I don't need all that. So I finished this side. Now I'm just gonna do the other side. And then we're gonna be ready to seal everything now. So this side now, we're just gonna seal it down. Start at the edge, edge to edge. So you're gonna just walk it through. Sorry for the noise. Okay. All right. Okay, I'm gonna do a little. Okay, so I sew it down on this side, I sew it down on that side. Now what I'm gonna do here, so this is here now. So I have this on this side, I have this on that side. So I'm gonna just take my other piece of fabric and I'm gonna touch right sides to right sides. So I'm gonna just mark right sides here again. So this is my other piece of fabric here. I'm just gonna take this right side touching the other end, right side touching right side, just like this. Don't worry about this hanging like that, that's all good. So right side touching right side, and I'm gonna go on the machine and sew it down. See, so right side touching right sides, and I just sew it down, okay? Simple as that. So I sew it down again. You could go ahead and do just by the edge, because it's a little piece of fabric we have, so we don't want too much, you don't have to do half an inch and all that. Just right at the edge is just fine. This thing took out this. Why is this machine embarrassing me today like this? Next time I'm just gonna use my other machine. Big time embarrassment I get in today. I have to thread it again. Okay. I'm just gonna thread it briefly. And we will. Okay, good stuff. So I'm hoping everyone did see it. And again, you could pin it down if you have pin, just pin, don't mind me, I'm just trying to right sides to right sides, and we're gonna sew it down. So right sides touching right sides. So right at the edge here, no half an inch, nothing, just at the very edge. Okay. We'll see, just now. Okay, so now that I've done this here, guys, so this is what I'm gonna do here. So once I've done this, this is what I'm gonna take this here now, and I'm gonna bring it down. Then I'm gonna seal this here. Now I'm gonna do this side. Now I'm gonna go ahead and do this side with this seal here. Right, I'm gonna close this side now. So see now I'm just gonna seal it here. It was like this, and close it down. Then I'm just gonna make sure this is sealed on this side, and I'm gonna sew it down across like this, okay? All right, hopefully everybody get that. Everyone get what, that, yeah? If anyone not get it, just let me know, because once it's done, it's done. This is like one of the easiest products to make. So I seal it down. So I have this side done. All right, so now I want to seal this side down, all right? So I'm just gonna make sure I move this out of the way, bring this down here. And I take this side and I seal it now. So I have this opening here, I just have to seal it down now. So it might be feel a little bit funny because this had to kind of hang out here, that's all good. And then you seal this side down now. Okay. Okay, so I have it like this and I have something hanging out. Just like this, I have something hanging out, right? So now I'm gonna turn it now. So this is how it is. I'm just gonna turn it completely and poke everything out. So poke it out. So if you have a turner, good. If you have a nice clean pencil, good. If you have something to kind of poke out the corners here. Right, so I have this little thing out here. This little pocket and this little hand here. Okay, so now is where you have scrap fabric. You have scrap fabric. Then we're gonna poke our scrap, we will poke our fabric inside. All right. Then you could go ahead and of course iron it down. If you make another one, you iron it down. But then I'll take my scrap fabric now and I'm just gonna cut up my fabric. I don't know, I didn't measure the fabric. I'm just gonna cut and poke. If you have so I'm just cutting my fabric here. Cut it here, cut it here, cut it here. Simple as that. So I'll package it in a bit. And if I need more, then I'm gonna cut more. Okay, so let me just start to package them inside here. This fabric have so much fuzziness in it. So I'll pack it. So I see that I need more. I'm gonna continue packaging it. Just chips up my fabric. Okay. All right. So the more you just have time to chips away. Okay, we'll pack some more in here. So I'm gonna really package them down in there. Like you're stuffing a pillow back in the days. Right? So I'm gonna continue chipsing away until I get my maximum satisfaction of the amount of fabric that I need. All right. Okay, I'm just gonna continue cutting. Okay, put some more here. You really have to just stuff it down nicely because when you poke that pin, you don't want to put the pin to poke your skin. So there you go. But you also want it to look nice and pretty too, right? Okay, so I think I'm okay. I think I'm okay. All right, so I'm just gonna leave this edge here. And then now, once I poke it in like this, poke it down, then I'm gonna try to fold it down like this. Just make sure once I poke it down, I have enough so I can fold it down. And I'm gonna take my needle here and just seal it nicely here. Okay. So now if you have needle and thread and you want to just needle and thread, or you could go ahead and do a seal on the machine. I'm just going to seal it on the machine. If you have, of course, you want to use a coordinate, a thread that works with the same fabric you have, I'm just going to seal it on the machine. Now you just have to take your time and go to the edge. So you have to make sure you really push all those things back. Okay, so. Okay, I'm just gonna take the pin out. Take another one here. My stitch is not gonna come out clean. My machine is just giving me some trouble. I don't know why. It's not gonna come out clean at all. But the goal is that you get the concept. So I'm gonna start all over again. Let me just pin it down again to make sure. My machine, I need to change my needle. That's why. The needle is done for. Just give me a lot of trouble now. And I forgot to change it before. So I'm just gonna be sealing it down over the edge here, that's it. So my sewing gonna be all over the place, but you get the concept. My machine is just giving me some big time headache. So I did it white so you could actually see all my threads, all my this and that and that. So I'll just take this one out. And this is it here. Now there's so many different ways you can make it, but the thing is that how much do you sell? How much a pillowcase, a pin cushion sell in the store? Doesn't have to be like this, but just how much for a pin cushion in general, Govana? How much you been buying pin cushion for?
It goes anywhere from $5.99 to about $10, depending on what it is and the size.
Right. So and even in fabric land, somebody could even buy it more. All depend. Yeah, all depends on the size. It's more too.
Yes.
Okay. So this is it right there. So it's nothing fancy, but it's something that you made. And it's very useful because if you're sewing lovers, you get somebody to put a bow here, get my tray and want somebody to put a bow here or whatever. I will just wrap it down, but just add, okay, so I'm gonna just wrap it around. There you go. And I have my pin cushion all ready to go for my next project. So when you put in the pin, you just kind of you can also put it on the side, push it on the side. I realize that works better. Just slide it in on the side. And then you're done. Donna, you're finished. Yeah, you see, Donna, you always have colors that is eye glamorous, eye popping. All right, so there you go. Awesome, simple and easy. Right? It wasn't hard, right? It's like 1, 2, 3. How long did we take to make this? Very, very short. Okay, let me put everybody on full view and then we will sort of wrap up. So who made the cushion? So I see Donna. Donna even finished. So me and Donna finished your neck to neck. Awesome, Donna. I love that color. Oh, Patricia made her cushion. Fantabulous. All right. Who else made their pillow cushion? Governor, you didn't make nothing?
I will make mine a little later because I didn't prep my fabric.
Oh, okay. No worries, dearie.
I'll post it on the site.
I'll post it on the site. Okay. So I'm about to look for the chat here. And I'm going to post, I'm going to give the Toronto group here. So Toronto, okay. So for anyone who is in there, if you are in there, awesome. If you're not in there, join. So this is my Toronto group here. I hope that's the right one. I'm hoping so. Doesn't look like it for me, but anyway. So anyone else did try the pillowcase cushion?
Pin. The pin cushion? Pin cushion, Gellis?
Yeah, your pin cushion. Thank you for the correction, my dear.
No problem.
Anyone else try the pin cushion? We'll make later. Okay, no worries. All right. So if anyone makes, so Jasmine made hers. Okay. Yay!
I have to finish.
I'm gonna conquer this after this. I'm gonna do it right. But this is what I did.
It's all good, girl. It's all good.
Yeah, it looks nice.
All good. All right, good stuff. All right, and Donna. So Donna did hers. Jasmine did hers. Who else did one? Amy, did you try anything for me, girl? So you for me, we'll try yours later. No worries. Excellent. So something easy. Wasn't nothing couture, just something simple. But the thing is, you created. I follow you. Okay. You okay? No worries. That I'm happy for that. Thank you for that. All right. So okay. So Governor says she'll make hers later. Okay, guys. So let's give ourselves a round of a hand. It was very easy, very simple, very just nothing fancy, but it's something that you made, right? Like you'll be buying it in the store, or I make it with scrap, and that's the idea. So I'm loving that. Excellent, guys. So thank you guys so much for sharing. Okay, so I dropped my group here in the chat, so I will make later. Okay, guys, awesome. I'll drop my group here in the chat. Please go ahead and join the group if you haven't already. All right, so that would be excellent. And for all those who taking part in the event, please take part in the event. The incentive we have is to ensure that we do. I want people to take part in the event so I could do the beginners class for those who I know that are really serious about getting to the next level in sewing and fashion. All right, very, very good. So anyone, Donna, I know that I'm gonna put you on spot. Let me see yours, and then Jasmine, we're gonna see yours. So add spotlight. Wow, I love the fabric, girl. Nice, very nice. Yeah, let's get on.
And I have a mask to go with it too.
Wow. You have a mask to go with it too. Okay, my sister.
Mask to go with it.
There
yeah.
you go. Thank you for sharing. All right. So
No
let me
problem.
put Jasmine. Let me see your girl. It doesn't matter what it looked like. At least there you go. Let's give Jasmine a clap. Yay! Fabulous. Thanks for sharing, my dearie. Teresa, did you finish yours?
No, I'm still finishing.
You're still finishing. Okay, so let me go to Patricia. So Patricia, let me remove. Patricia at spotlight. Okay, so Miss Pat, let me see here. So I'm seeing you now. I'm seeing you. So she, woo! Let's give her a hand. Let's give her a hand. Yay! Awesome, awesome, awesome.
I have to
Right,
complete
nice.
mine.
Huh?
I have to complete mine.
Okay, but let me see what you have. That's all good. It's all good because we're about to wrap anyway.
Did you see it?
Yes, I'm about to showcase yours, girl. Let me put it here. Let's give Teresa a hand. Yeah! Nice.
Thank you.
I love everybody's fabric anyway. You're welcome. You're welcome. So Benedita says she will make hers later. Govana says she will make hers later. Fumi, thanks for following me. She says she'll make hers later. And SW3 said she would make hers later. Fantastic. All right, so I believe everyone is on my email list and also have the link to get to the event. So what I'm gonna do here, let me just share my, let me just stop. Sorry, there's no more sharing actually. So in the back of me, I know someone had loved what's going on in the back of me. This is one of the dress that we made in the advanced class. No, this is not one. This is something like the dress we're making in the advanced class. The dress is sort of over there. And then in the event, that's what we have here. You make a skirt, so I have it on a mannequin. We make a purse, so this is the purse here. Then you make a bag, and the bag, you could do it double-sided on the bag. Okay, it doesn't come out now. And then you have the option if you want to make a rose and other thing as an option if you want to buy the entire video itself. You have that option there, and you make a face mask, you make a pillowcase cushion. I remember when I made a pillowcase cushion with my students, they were like so impressed. They thought it was so difficult and it's so easy. So I really want you guys to challenge yourself and come back Monday. Let's just leave it for Monday. So do I get a commitment for those who are going to be taking part in the challenge? Yeah? Awesome. All right. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I love community. Last week, I shared some of the things that I do with some of the other community before COVID as well. Maybe another time I'll share that. But I love community. I love connecting with sewing people. I don't love to sew alone. I love sewing with friends. That's kind of give me a hype. You know what I mean? I could just stay all day, just chat and so on, so on, so. But at the end of the day, we all have family, children, husband to take care of. So there we go. All right. So any final words? Anyone want to say anything else you want to say to me? If not, we will see back on Monday evening around 6 o'clock. So same time, 6 p.m. on Monday. Yeah. Did I get a thumbs up? Amen. Yeah. Awesome.
Gellis?
All right. Yes, my dear.
Is it okay if I show my peplum blouse? It's the
girl, it's more than okay. Let's do it quickly.
The bottom isn't done yet. I haven't.
Bring it on, honey. Bring
Okay,
it on.
just a second.
Bring that peplon on. So she just showing. She's one of my advanced students anyway. You want to show it briefly, and then we will definitely wrap. Miss D. Hey. So this is her blouse. So of course you ain't finished yet. You didn't put on the zipper, nothing yet. So it's obviously will just be loose on the mannequin.
So there it is. There it is. That's my peplum.
Oh my, that's beautiful.
Yeah. See,
that's very beautiful.
Actually, so I just have to add the peplum to the bottom, and I'm good to go.
And I'm good to go. Excellent.
Yeah.
Donna, thank you. Thank you for sharing that, girl. Love it. So let me just show let me show the complete outfit what Donna is actually making. And as soon as she finished making, she would send it to me. She always send, top of the line for me. Let me just show you guys quickly. For those who see it already, that's fine. Let me just show one more. Hopefully I have it here. If not, I'll have to go back to it. Okay, so this is the same peplon she just showed here. Right here. So you see, she didn't have her, this is it here, not even cut yet. Then she cut it out here. She sent me the picture. Now everybody see the that she ain't just plain. She put her sleeve on, right? And then this is her here. So this is the same peplon here. This is her pattern here. And this is the ultimate dress that she's actually making. So right here, this is the dress that she's making with the peplon, with the sleeve, and then she already have a 6
already done
to match. Boom. Yeah. There you go, guys. Awesome. All right, wonderful, guys. Thank you guys so very much. I am so thankful for everyone coming on board. I just want to say My name is Gellis. Of course, for those who drop in and didn't get the chance to introduce themselves, I love sewing and fashion. And of course, my goal, my desire is to teach the art of sewing and fashion. And currently I do it online. I'm also a strong faith believer. I love the Lord Jesus Christ. And that's also my passion as well, to share it as well. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate you guys being here. And if anyone don't have any other burning thing to say to me, I love everyone.
I do.
Yeah, okay, say it, my dear.
The pillowcase, the last time I made it, it was too small. So should I make, I was wondering if I should, you know, I would like to make a bigger one.
Yeah, so you could actually, once you join the event, everything is at a measurement and everything is there. You could still go ahead. You could join the event. Make sure you're in and do the videos, and we can come online and chat about it.
Yes, I am going to do it.
Awesome, awesome. All right, guys. So give yourself a round of applause one more time. Woo! Hey. Yes, I love that. Okay, guys. So have yourself a wonderful night. Mwah. Take care. Have yourself an excellent night, and we'll see each other on Monday. Bye, guys. Bye, guys.
Thank you, Gellis. Good night.
Bye, Gellis.
Bye.
Thank you. Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for making this nice.
Good night.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.